Hope the sun ain't in y'all eyes. Definitely right there. Salakia for the sun. Shalom. All right, let's get started. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadosh, double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, also your children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe, that's in his truth, that's in his faith. Shalom to you. Also, shout out to the brothers that's on the highways and byways, presenting your life as a living sacrifice for the Lord, for this kingdom. You know, this is the Lord's movie. You know, what role do you play in the Lord's movie? We all have a role to play. We all been given a role, been given a job in this thing. Little do you know, because people like to think they have free will. And we're here to crush that, man. There's no free will. You know, coming into this thing, you know, us brothers that's in this faith, in this walk, they didn't know they would be part of doing something like this. They didn't know they would be out here on the highways and byways with the Bibles in their hand, bringing out the truth of the fact of the matter of how the world is, where it's going, you know, the past of it, our people, us waking up as Hebrew Israelites, coming back to the Father and the Son, through his names, because we've been given Christianity, plantation Christianity, and it has killed our people. Our people going around in the earth calling on an idol that's not even true, that's not even real. They call on Sedgwick Brozell. And they're gonna get destroyed for that. That's part of their role in this movie, trying to keep their son out your eyes. That's part of their role in this movie. So, like I said, so many things are happening on the earth today, right now. You know, the Lord is in control of it all. The Lord controls the minds of man. Contrary to popular belief, because people like to think they got free will. You have no free will. Every step you take, every move you make, the Lord is directing that step. Now you might say, well, how's that happening? How is he controlling every single body step? Look, don't try to put the Lord in a box. You're not going to figure it out. If you have faith, you'll understand. If you've been given the spirit to understand this, you will understand it. But the Lord is everywhere, omnipotent. He's in everybody's mind. He's in every movement out here. So you do not have free will. You've been predestined to either be a 2/3, be the prophet of the Lord, a believer, you know, part of the other nations that's going to be in destruction. You've been part of all of that. The Lord is out here directing all your steps. What's up, brother? The Lord is directing everybody's steps out here. Everyone's steps. Let's get a precept real quick. Let's start off in, first let's start Isaiah 21. Isaiah 21 and let's go to 6. Isaiah 21 and 6. Isaiah 21 and verse 6. For thus have the Lord said unto me, go set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. Yeah, the set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. Out here in Babylon the Great, across the world. So many things are happening. You know, with all of these countries aiming up to go to war, let's start with Russia and Ukraine. Well, the Lord is in control of them. The Lord is in control of Putin. He put that in Putin's mind to, hey, start up this war. Start taking over this country, this part of the earth right now. You know, all of that history coming back. Because Ukraine used to be part of Russia, and they broke off. And Russia is declaring today that they want that back. They want that land mass back. They want all of that back. So who stirred that up in his mind to do that? The Lord did that. And we, the watchmen, are out here to tell you that. Because people like to think, oh, he's just doing that. He's evil. This is evil. This needs to stop. No, this is part of prophecy. What you don't understand, this is part of prophecy. And that's why the Lord put watchmen out here to bring out these prophecies. To bring out the matter of all of these countries. Because what's going to end up? It's gearing up for Armageddon. Armageddon is coming. And what is Armageddon? That's World War III. So now you got Hamas. You got Israel. They're going against each other's neck, even though Israel going to wipe Hamas out. You know, but that's gonna piggyback to Iran. Iran getting mad, and the rest of these Arab countries or Arabian countries are getting mad, and they're banding up. They're getting ready for that battle in Jehoshaphat or Yehoshaphat. That's in the Joel the 3rd chapter. They're getting ready for that. You know. What else is happening? You see these volcanoes emerging out of the sea. You see countries or volcanoes is coming up and interrupting their landmass. People are scared. Over there in Iceland, there's a volcano coming up. Earthquakes. They had over 1,000 earthquakes in 48 hours. Over 1,000 earthquakes in 48 hours. It's a lot of earthquakes. That's a lot of movement. Because that's the signs in the earth. You had the Nile River turning red. A couple days or like a week ago. No, these are signs, these are wonders that's happening in the land. That's happening on the earth. That's being played out in this movie. Because this is the greatest movie. Listen, think about it. All the movies you don't saw, all the movies you don't like, oh, that's my favorite. I got a third favorite, I got a second favorite. No, the Lord's movie is the favorite movie of all time. Because he got men that he don't brought up, and they're bringing out his word. You got people that pass by and don't even think about, oh, what are they doing out there? Why are they out there? What are they saying now? Why are they out there in that? And why are they out there saying that Jesus is not white and all of this, you know? Because the Lord has set his man up in his movie. We didn't know this role. We didn't cast for this role. We didn't go down to the Bible cemetery school, knock on the door. Hey, I think I want to be part of that. I think I want to go out on the highways and byways and tell the truth. No, we had men that came up before us, and they had men that came up before them to pass this doctrine down, to pass this truth down, so we can go out and prophesy and manifest the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, because that's what's going to happen in this movie. It's going to be the greatest disaster ever, to ever be put in these people's eyes, everybody's eyes, across their whole world. Everybody going to see the Lord come back in the clouds, pursuant to Revelation, the 1st chapter, the 7th verse. Everybody going to be a witness. Everybody going to have to bow when Yahushua comes with those angels and coming to destroy. What are you going to do in that day? You know, are you predetermined? Are you predestined to receive salvation? Are you predestined to be destroyed in the lake of fire? Because they're saying those nuclear missiles is over 1 million degrees Fahrenheit. Think about that. Over 1 million degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to be roasting and cooking. Ain't nothing going to be left. Ain't nothing that's going to be purified. The land is going to be purified, but ain't nothing going to be here in the land of America. America going to be wiped off the map. Nothing but wild birds and creatures come and inhabit this land. Everything that you see is going to be turned to pitch. It's going to be burnt with nuclear fire. And there's nowhere you can't go in the sea. You can't get in a boat. He's like, oh, the fire is coming on the land. Let me get in the boat and hang out in the water. No, that beast is going to sweep this whole land. It's going to sweep the whole land. So like Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of our times. That's going to keep us stable in this movie. But you got to know your part in this movie. Did the Lord bring you out to bring his word out, using your vessel as a sacrifice to bring out the word? Or did he just block you from this and have you as a 2/3, and then when the judgment comes, you ain't gonna even know? The scriptures do say it's better that you didn't know this truth if you're in this truth. It's better if you didn't know it and fall out of it than to not know it, because it say you're going to be beat with many stripes. And the ones that don't know it is going to be beat with less stripes. So if you know this truth, if you know about the Hebrew Israelite, you know you're a Hebrew Israelite. You're not trying to repent. The Lord got you all. Look, the Lord can give your mind over to a reprobate mind. If you're not trying, if you're not praying, if you're not fasting, if you're not doing the capable things to get closer to the Lord will just give your mind over. And we see that. We see that manifesting each and every day. You see it with the entertainers. You see it with the ball players. You see it with the everyday Jake that's walking around in the streets. You see this out here. You know? The Lord is that is the time of repentance is getting shorter and shorter. The famine of the word is coming. They're cracking down. You should see in the land of Israel, they're cracking down on it. They're going door to door saying, hey, you said this online. You said that online. You was waving this flag. You was doing this. You was saying that. They're cracking down. Even a year ago, I believe it was a year, maybe two. I think it was a year ago. There was already, I forget what it was like an anti-defamation or anti-sim type deal that there was already in the making. They had like a whole 100-page page layout of it, and how they was going to crack down on the online stuff. They was going to crack down on all the things that's out here that's going against the small hatters. They were going to do that. They're going to band up and do that. So we're getting closer and closer to the famine of the word. The word is not going to be out here. The prophets is not going to be out on the highways and hedges bringing out the word of the Lord, which his true name is Yahweh and his son name is Yahweh Shah. It's not God, it's not Jesus Christ. Those names is not going to get you anywhere. Those names is going to get you in a lake of fire that's going to be on the earth. The lake of fire will be on the earth. It's not going to be in a place where you burn eternally with some man in a 6-foot suit, in a red suit with horns and a pitchfork. That's a lie. The Catholic Church is lying to you. The Christian Church is definitely lying to you. They can't break down the Bible. They're playing their role in this movie. They got their role in this movie. There are false teachers. There are false prophets in there. There's false everything around here, man. So the Lord got to get rid of that in his movie. Let me get Jeremiah about those false prophets. Jeremiah 5. Or is it 6? Let me see. Jeremiah 5. Jeremiah 5:30. A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesied falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end of thereof? Yeah, what will you do in the end thereof? These false prophets out here running amok, man. And people are running behind them. You had Bishop Nate talking about the Edomites are going to come back in the kingdom and fight against us. Breaking down Revelation 20 the wrong way. Breaking down Isaiah the 24th chapter the wrong way. Breaking down Ezekiel the 38th chapter the wrong way. And you got thousands and thousands of people that listen to them. When you get on the comment board, when he preaching, all the people that's just laughing, They're not posting scriptures. They think it's a joke. They want to be entertained. These tickle me Elmo Israelites, man. We came out for the truth. And the truth is going to break this place in half. That's why the more, hey, the laborers are few. Pray that the Lord send more laborers in this thing, man, so we can hurry up and get out of here. Because this place is finished. We almost in the climax of this movie. We are in the climax because the Israelites are waking up. Pursuant to Ezekiel the 37th chapter, the Israelites are waking up right now. They're starting to call on the names, and it's only the elect, because a lot of people have the names, but they don't call on them. They don't pray to them. They don't meditate on it. They don't do any of that. But you got your false prophets out there. You can say Christ, and you can say Jesus. You can say anything. Well, damn, if you and your woman are in an intimate situation, you laying down with each other, and you start calling her a different name, you know, she gonna be like, oh no, get off of me, man. Who are you talking about? Same thing with the Lord. Look, we're married to the Lord. We're the bride to the Lord. So you out here calling the Lord a different name and think you're gonna get past it by doing that? You think he's gonna be happy with you calling him any type of name? No. You got to call him by his true name, which is Yahweh. I mean, he exists. And his son name is Yahweh Shah. He saves, he delivers. He saves, he delivers. And who's going to save the elect, the 144,000 mighty men, and then you 1/3 women, man, and children, which a lot of those will be women. Because that's what the majority of the, majority. It's a lot more women than men out here, man. It's a lot more women than men. So women and children, a lot of them going to be saved. That's predestined, that's preordained, that foreknowledge of the Most High. Let's get that. I think it's 1 Peter. Or is it 2 Peter? 1 Peter 2. First Peter 1, I'm going to start at the top. It says, Peter, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Berea, Salakia. Verse 2, elect according to the foreknowledge of God the Father through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied. Grace upon you and peace be multiplied in this thing. To the elect of the nation of Israel. James 1:1. The scattered, the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. It's talking to the elect of those 12 tribes. Because like I said, the bulk of the Israelites are in the Americas right now. Salvation, the biggest salvation is going to come out of America. It's going to trump what the Lord did in Egypt. How he saved the Israelites out of Egypt. It's going to trump that. You know? But at the end of the day, the Lord is the one that's in control. The Lord is the one that's in control. Let's get into the Apocrypha. Let's get Salakia, Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter. Or better known as Sirach. Okay, this is Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. In the hand of God is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. That's right. The Lord is in control. I'm going to read that again. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. That means the Lord is controlling everything that's out here, because this is his movie. This is his movie. He's in control of it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. Whatever goes down, it didn't come from anything else but the Lord. The Lord is the author, the ultimate author of the whole movie. The ultimate director of the whole movie, shall I say. the ultimate director of the movie. He's putting all the pieces together. He's saying this should go here, that should go there, with the help of the angels, of course, because the angels minister to him. All they do, you got 24 elder angels that all they do is praise the Lord. And then you got angels that's doing the work day in and day out. That's flying in those chariots, that's keeping an eye on this, watchful eye on this sinful kingdom. Amos 8, 9, and 8. Keeping an eye on this kingdom. Keeping an eye on the Israelites. You know, well, people are like, oh, how's the Lord controlling me? I can do this. Look, I just, you know, if I'm thinking about the Lord and I want to repent, how come? Why do I have to? The Lord is going to make me repent, and He look, man. The Lord can do whatever He wants to. You have a flesh, remember that. And the Lord can, like I said, the Lord can give you over to a reprobate mind if He wanted to. If you're not doing the things in the sight, He don't need you. There's no respect of persons. Romans the 2nd chapter. There's no respect of persons. So the Lord don't have to respect you, man. He don't need you. He don't need any of us. Because He can choose the next person. He can put the Spirit on the next person. He can take you out of this thing, man. You could be preaching and coming out and being on fire day in and day out. And then that one day come by and He take the Spirit away from you. Now you can't preach. You're not making videos. You're not edifying. You're not feeding the sheep. The sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You're not feeding the sheep. The sheep have to be fed daily. You know, in this thing, it gets hard, man. It gets hard because that Spirit is like the wind. Some days the Spirit is on you heavy. Like today, the Spirit was on me heavy. I did like 4 or 5 videos. Plus, I'm out here on the highways and byways. The Spirit is on me heavy. But some days I'll be like, man, I'm praying to the Lord 3 or 4 times a day. Like, put the Spirit back on me, Lord. I want to preach this word. I want to bring out the truth to the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, because they're the true children of the Bible. Not everybody else. Just only talking to a particular group. They fit the curses that's in this Bible. What's up, brother?
How's it going?
You know about the Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, I've heard of them before.
What you heard about them?
They say Jesus is black.
Yeah, that's that image right there.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. What else do you know? Do you know what tribe you're from?
I got an uncle that's into it.
Uh-huh.
He told me I'm from Judah.
Yeah. The American blacks.
Yeah.
You see the tribes up here? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So Judah, Benjamin, Levi was what you would call the southern kingdom, which was called the Jews.
Okay.
The northern kingdom is Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar is the northern kingdom. That's your so-called Latinos and Native Americans today. They were the northern kingdom, with Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, being the top of that tribe. But the Lord today is coming back for the Hebrew, or for the elect of the nation of Israel. So all 12 of these tribes, He's going to come back for 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe. And then He's going to come back for 1/3 women, men, and children. His elect of the nation of Israel, because those are going to be saved in these end times, because America is going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. Every 3 million square miles of America will be burnt with nuclear fire. With World War III, the missiles from the so-called UFO chariots, you know UFOs, UAPs, right?
Yeah.
They're in the Bible.
UAP.
The angels, what they look like, they're in the Bible. They look like so-called black men, just big and, you know, extraterrestrial looking. Did you know that?
I think my uncle told me.
He told you?
About that. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what do your uncle follow? Like, what group do he follow? Do you know?
I don't think he's in a group.
He just in the background, just soaking up all the knowledge and stuff. Do he know?
Yeah.
Do he go out and teach like this?
No.
He don't. Well, you better tell him to get out there and teach. That's what. If he know this knowledge, if he know who he is, he better be out here teaching.
Okay. Can I take a picture?
Oh yeah, you can take a picture. So look, let me tell you this too. The real names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son is Yahweh, and His Son name is Yahweh Shai. I can tell you, it's right here. So, yeah, we read from right to left. Yahweh. You take the ha right. Yeah, it's in the Paleo Hebrew. That's our native language, Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew. It's called the Lashawan Kadash. That's the holy tongue, the holy language. So, like I said, Yahweh means he is, he exists. In the Paleo Hebrew, it's a nomen omen. That means it's a name prediction. It's not really a name. It's just a no. It's called nomen omen because you were predicting the name. The name he gave Moses in Exodus when he went up to the mountain, he gave him I am, that I am. And that's translated to he is. He is, he exists. So that's why we say Yahweh. Yahweh. Now his son named Yahweh Sha'ah, which broken down is Yahweh Shah. That means he saves, he delivers. And that's who we calling on. It's like if you saw a man over there walking, right? You'd be like, he saves, he delivers, he saves, he delivers. It's not really a name. That name, that word Jesus, so the letter J didn't come into 1524 in the Renaissance period.
That's pretty old.
1524. So that's like only 500 years ago. If the Lord walked the earth 2,000 years ago, how could his name been Jesus? Ain't no way. And it's pretty evident that the Lord, it says he came out of Judah. He was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So in the ancient Hebrew alphabet, there's no U's, J's, or E's, or V's. So the name can't be Yahweh. It can't be Yahshua. It can't be Jehovah. It's none of that.
I've heard of that before.
It's none of that. It's Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. And that's the names we need to call on in these times. If we want to be saved, we've got to repent and return back to the Heavenly Father, because you know what's coming? The MOTB, you heard of that? The Mark of the Beast?
Oh, like
The RFID chip?
They're
Yeah.
doing that at Amazon.
Huh?
I think they're starting that at Amazon.
Yeah. Well, they got the little palm reader and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's happening. That's going to Elon Musk. You heard of Elon Musk, right? He has his brain chips where he's putting them in people's head, people that walking again and that couldn't walk. It's good stuff, but they're going to turn around and use it to control people, to get you to be a slave again. Or you're already a slave now. You got a birth certificate, right?
Yeah.
You got a driver's license. You got a social security number. All of that are slave documents, and that's what these devils are doing now. So the so-called white man today, is his name in the Bible is Esau Edom. Esau means red. You ever? I'm from the South, so when we see people with their neck red and stuff, we call them rednecks. That's the same, because Edom means red. Esau and Jacob, or Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of that follow. Isaac and Rebekah had Jacob and Esau. They were twins. There's a so-called black man and a so-called white man today. They were twins. Esau came out first. Jacob came out afterwards. After that, Esau sold his birthright for a pot of meat, a red uncooked meat that was red. That's why today you see white people, so-called white people, because not every white person that you see is a Edomite or Esau. You got white people that's Israelites. They just got that skin. You watch football?
Yeah, sometimes.
Patrick Mahomes. You seen his
Yeah, I've
kids?
seen him before.
You seen his kids?
No.
They look like little white kids, right?
I got a cousin that's like that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're Israelites, because it goes back to your father's seed. So it's all about your father's seed. That's going to pertain into who you are coming in the lineage. So who am I to tell, say a white person walk up here, I'm not going to say, oh, you're Esau, you're part of the wicked. No, I got to ask them questions. I got to fill them out and see what they really know about themselves, about their heritage and where they come from. Because they might just be a Israelite hiding in white skin.
Yeah, I can
But
get that.
you can understand that? Because that's a hard thing for everybody. All of these other groups, it's all about black, I'm black, black movement.
I got a cousin, his mom's white.
Uh-huh.
But if you never seen his dad, you might assume he'd be white.
He'd be white, yeah.
Yeah.
But it goes back to the seed of your father. So that baby can look like a so-called white person, but the seed of the father is an Israelite, so-called black, Latino, Native American. So what is that child is going to be? It's going to be an Israelite, because the man holds the seed. So wherever the seed goes, that's what the seed is going to be at the end of the day. But like I said, Yahweh Shah, Esau Edom, he's coming down because he knows his time is short. So it's going to be crazy. It's something called Jacob's trouble is going to come about. So when this RFID chip be mandatory, Jacob's trouble is going to come, where if you don't take it, it's going to be a penalty of death if you don't take it. And they're going to try everything in the world to say, hey, you got to take this to go to work. You got to take this to go buy something from Amazon. You got to go take this to do this. You got to take it to do that. That's all going to come to pass. And I'm telling you today, brother, do not take it. Do not take that chip. Resist with all your power and call on these names. It's Yahweh, Why Yahweh Shah. Don't call on God. Don't call on Jesus Christ. Don't call on Yahweh. Don't call on Jehovah. It's Yahweh, Why Yahweh Shah.
Okay.
Any other questions you got? Anything you're curious about?
No, I just seen my uncle, he showed me some videos before.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious because I've never seen anybody down here.
No. I'll be out here. I'll be over here. I'll be over there. I'll be over there on just around,
Okay.
I just happened to come out today because I got some time to come out. But
So
we are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible that the Bible speaks of. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And salvation is coming in the kingdom of heaven, which will be on earth. All the Israelites will be there. All 12 tribes will be there. Everybody will be there. Not because people in the Christian church, they like to say, well, if you believe on Jesus Christ, you're going to heaven. And that place, hell do not exist. A place where you burn eternally, forever, and next to a man with a pitchfork and devil horns, and he's poking you while you're on fire. That place is made believe. That's not a place. Hell is actually the grave or condition of the mind. There's a story in the Old Testament, Jonah, he got trapped in a whale's mouth for 3 days and 3 nights. And he said, I'm in the belly of hell. I'm in a belly of hell. And he was tormented because he's inside of a fish and he's sitting there and he want to get out. And he was there for 3 days and 3 nights. So he was in hell, but because he was tormented of the mind. It's not a place, like I said, it's not a place where you go and burn for an eternity. Now the heaven, the kingdom of heaven will be on earth, but it's only for the Israelites. It's not for everybody to say, I let Jesus Christ in my heart. Jesus saved me, and now when I die, I go to heaven. That's made up. Reincarnation, you heard about reincarnation?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That's real. That's real. You was once here before. Through your 3rd and 4th generation. Let me prove that real quick. Exodus, the 20th chapter. Exodus 20 and I think it's 4. Exodus 20 and 4. It says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children until the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. So the 3rd and 4th generation. You come back every 3 to 4 generations. What you did in your past life is going to determine what life you live going forward. See, we die, our body decomposes, and our spirit go back to the one that made it, to the Heavenly Father. We spend a little bit of time up because one day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and one day to us is 24 hours?
Yeah.
So if you do the math, it's like, I think 80 earth years. 80 to 120 earth years, you come back in a new body, but through your father's seed line. So technically today you can be your great grandfather right now that was on the earth back then in the 1800s.
So that'd be like my great grandma's parents or something.
It'd be through your father's seed line.
Yeah.
So think about your father and then his dad, and then your great grandfather, and then your great. That probably was you coming back in the flesh today to live out the sins that you did in that life. Yeah, it gets deep. The Most High gets deep. But like I said, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children into the 3rd and 4th generation. So we come back every 3rd and 4th generation, no matter what. But in the kingdom of heaven, on this side right now, because we're in the end times, we're in the end days. You see what's happening on in the earth.
Like
You see what's going on in the earth. You got even politicians arguing with each other. They can't get together and come on one accord. You got countries fighting each other. You got Russia and Ukraine. You got Hamas and Israel, which they're not the real Israelites. They're not the real, they call themselves Israeli and Jewish, which the Bible wouldn't say don't even, in the New Testament, it says don't even go towards, I'm paraphrasing, towards the Jewish fables and stuff like that in the book of Titus. It also in the Old Testament, it talks about how a bastard shall dwell at Ashdod, which that word bastard means incest. I want to say, I'm on YouTube, and they might take the video down for saying something like that. But but that's what that means. So these people are not the people. They don't fit the prophecies that's in the Bible, because it says when the Israelites are back in that land, when the true Israelites are back in that land, there'll be no more war. They won't be crying and screaming. They won't be sorrows. There won't be none of that. But you see all of that now. They got captured. They got captive. You know, people of, you know, they got.
Like in Israel and Gaza.
Yeah. They don't took people captive. People are crying. They want their family members back.
Yeah.
You know, all of this stuff. And the real Palestine is so-called Africans. So today, even though we look like Africans, you know, back and forth, but we're not Africans. We spent 1,400 years on the west coast of Africa before coming into slave ships, cargo slave ships in the Americas. The Northern Kingdom, they got here around 700 BC. They left the captivity of the Assyrians. And then that's when they got over to the Americas. That's why when Christopher Columbus came over here and said he was looking for this new land and all of this stuff, and they found, but people was already here, and he brought interpreters with him, and the people that, you know, came into the natives, they spoke Hebrew. He brought a Hebrew interpreter with him to speak to the natives, because the Native Americans, tribe of Gad, they are Israelites. They are Israelites that still held those customs in the land when they got there, up until when Cristobal Colon came, you know, and then all of the rest, the Europeans and British and all of that stuff, you know, they didn't get that land, the land of Israel. They didn't get that until 1948, 1917, but 1948 is when they really got it, by the Balfour Declaration.
Yeah, I think I heard about it.
You heard that?
It was like after World War II.
Yeah, yep, exactly. So we call them today the 1948ers, because that's when they got that land. It's not prophesied for them to get that land. The Lord will put you back in that land, but like I said, like it says in Ezekiel or Isaiah 14. Or let me get Isaiah 14 real quick. Isaiah 14, it says, Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob is Israelites. Jacob's name got turned into Israel. And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers will be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So the strangers shall be joined with them. The strangers is talking about those Israelite foreigners is going to be coming with them. Because the Israelites, they actually got scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. They got scattered for going off, for not doing what the Lord told them to do. So the Lord scattered them out throughout the four corners of the globe. So now that's why today they're going to look like everybody that's out here. They're not just going to look like a typical Black, Latino, Native American. That's what a curse is today. That's where we know we can identify the people of the Lord, because the curses that's in this Bible, in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it talks about, okay, let's go. The so-called black man, he got brought over here on slave ships. The conquistadors took the Native Americans' land. You know, Latinos too, because they was here in Mexico and all of these, Brazil and all of this stuff. Same thing happened to them. You know, they got, now they don't set up people in their land, and it's not really the people that they say they are, you know? So these curses, that's why we can identify who the Israelites are today according to the Bible. You know, not according to me, like, oh no, I feel like that's the person. No, according to what the Bible is saying. Like I said, Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So when we get that land back, we're gonna rule over our oppressors. You don't see that happening right now. Israel is not ruling over, they extort people for money. They say you got to give us money, and people, you know, around the world give them money and stuff. But if they was in that, if they was the true people in that land today, nothing would be happening to them. You know, they wouldn't be crying. They wouldn't be no Hamas wouldn't be blowing them up, which the word Hamas means violence. They wouldn't be blowing them up. They wouldn't be none of that would be happening. These Arab countries, they know they're not the people over there, so they're going to continue. They're going to continue to give them hell. They're going to continue to do that. Just like before they even came into the land, Arabs was already there. They was already there, and then they made that Balfour Declaration and took the land right from under them. Just like that, what did they do to the Native American brothers? They made all of those laws, made the Trail of Tears, Oklahoma, bombings and all of, or not bombings, but they did all of that. They made these policies and took the land from them right under their nose. When our Native American brothers was like, we'll share the land with you. As long as you do the right things, we'll share the land with you. And what did they do? They made policies to get them out. Abe Lincoln killed over a million Native Americans, man. But he's regarded, huh?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's regarded as high praise here, man. I believe he said nothing's better than what's better than an Indian? A dead Indian. That's what he said. He has a quote saying that, which his real name was Abraham Springfield.
I heard Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson was, look, when I was in middle school, when we used to read about him, I had so much hate toward, and I didn't even hear anything about him, but I had so much hate towards this image. He just looked like such a wicked, bad man. Yes, and so now I understand today why, because he did the Israelites, he did the Native American man very wrong. He did them real wrong, He did them real wrong.
So are you a part of a group or something?
Well, I follow a group. It's called GMS, Great Millstone, and honestly, I'm looking for brothers to band up to spread the gospel if you believe in it. If you believe in it, if you think this is calling you, if you have a calling for it, because we all called in it. As many are called, few are chosen. If you called into this thing, if you feel compelled to preach the gospel and bring out the real truth before the end come, then let me know, brother. If you want my number, or what you think? Yeah?
You got a YouTube page or something?
Yeah, I got a YouTube. You got YouTube?
No.
You don't? Yeah, I got YouTube.
Oh yeah, I got YouTube. I don't have a channel.
You don't have a channel? But you here, take out your phone.
I could subscribe to
Yeah, you can subscribe.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, bro. I mean, this is the truth of the matter. You got it ready?
Yeah.
It's CHALAQ space HAR 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 HAR. It's Kalak Har. Righteousness is a must. And if you go to it, you should see us on live right now. But yeah, I come out here, whenever the Spirit is on me. Mostly on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday. Mostly Saturdays, I come either right here or I'll be over there. The Spirit been leading me to come here, so I've been here. I came out here this past Sunday, but I'll be out here preaching the word, and then you can subscribe and be edified. And like I said, if you see me out here again, if you want to, if you feel compelled to learn more and teach the word and be in the brotherhood, then let me know, brother. Let me know. What's your name, by the way?
Tavon.
Tavon?
What's your name?
Demonte, but I go by Kalak Har. That's my Hebrew name. Kalak Har means smooth kingdom. Smooth kingdom. So yeah.
Well, I gotta go. I was on my way to the bus stop, but...
All right, brother. Hey, remember, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. When you look through the videos, there's tons of videos on there. When you look through it, just it's everything, because everything is in the Bible. Everything you see today is literally, it has something to do with the Bible. It has something to do with the Bible. and it can be broken down through the Bible. All right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on your channel.
All right, brother.
Cool. Thank you.
Shalom. That means peace upon you.
Okay, cool.
All right. Man, it's getting cold out here. 46 degrees. But hey, shalom to that brother, man, because he's heard about it. His uncle knows about it, and his uncle been telling him. So maybe he would, join the faith. You know, been asking the Lord to send me a brother, or send me somebody to help, because two or more is better. You know, two or more. There's nothing wrong with going by yourself, but two or more is good too. Two or more witnesses. You know, it's out of the mouth of two or more witnesses. You know, so, Lord willing, I get another brother out here. But hey, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Where was I? Let's go to. Remember, this is the Lord's movie. Look, he didn't know he was gonna come up here today. He didn't know I was gonna be out here today. The Lord directed his steps to come up here. You know, he seemed sincere. He seemed genuine. He seemed eager to learn about the law, statute. About the Lord and his people and what's going on. He said it was pretty cool. He took pictures, So hopefully, the Lord planted a seed or we planted the seed. I planted the seed today, and hopefully that seed grows. Hopefully the Lord do something, where he watched the videos, he wants to teach, and he find me again, Lord willing. But if not, oh well, let's go to Bell and Dragon. The Bell and the Dragon, the history of the destruction of the Bell and the Dragon. This is Bell and the Dragon 1 and 5. Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God who has created the heaven and the earth has sovereignty over all flesh. Like I was saying, the Lord is in control of all flesh. This is the Lord's movie. Should have bought my gloves. This is the Lord's movie. He's the one that's directing everybody's steps. There's a group of people running over here. Who directed those steps? The Lord did, man. The Lord did. People sitting down on the side or walk, and they're coming out here to walk. Kids playing on the swings. The Lord directed those steps. He has sovereignty over all flesh. And when you have control of all of everything, you control all of everything. The Lord isn't good and bad, righteous and the unrighteous, because they do its bidding. The spiritual demon Satan does the bidding of the Lord. The spiritual demon Satan say, hey, Lord, what can I do for you today? What you want me to do today? Hey, I want you to make this concoction and put it in this area of the world and see how many people take it. I want you to do this and see how many people are going to do this. And then he got the righteous. Go out there and spit his word and try to bring in the house. Go out to the highways and byways and bring in the house of the elect. It's cold. It's cold. Shalakia. Go down to the highways, Because like I was saying earlier, the Lord can give you over to a reprobate mind in his movie. This is the book of Romans, the first chapter. Let me start at I'm going to go straight to it. Romans 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. The Lord gave them over to a reprobate mind to do the things that's not convenient. What are the things that's not convenient? Sinning is not convenient. The Lord ain't give people license to sin, paraphrasing. The Lord ain't give people license to sin. He don't want you to sin. But your flesh is weak. We're in sinful bodies. The flesh wars against the spirit all day long. It's a constant battle, back and forth, back and forth. That's why it's imperative to stay in the spirit, to keep in the spirit, to always pray for the spirit. What's that? Psalms 51, take not the spirit away from me. Take not this spirit away from me, Lord. Where I become a reprobate and I will not retain the knowledge of the Most High in my mind. You know? I want to stay in the spirit because the spirit is going to lead to eternal life. The spirit is going to lead to salvation. It's imperative to stay in the spirit and to always have the spirit because, like I said, the Lord can give you over to a reprobate mind. Look, the Lord be like, look, I don't did all I can for him. I don't show them this, I don't show them that, I don't show them this, and he's still finding a way to go astray. Because it's his flesh. So look, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just give his mind over to a reprobate mind. And then I don't have to worry about him. Next. That's why you got to endure to the end. Because the Lord is going to save only his elect from the four winds of the corner. He's only going to save that elect of the nation of Israel. He's not going to save all of these other people out here, man. Not people that say, oh, I believe on it and I'm saved. Whoop-a-dee-dee-doo. You don't think those people over in those Israelis, you know, getting bombed and Hamas, they don't believe in white boy Jesus and stuff like that, man? They don't call on Jesus? How come they ain't get saved? I remember I had an Edomite tell me, oh, it's they didn't get saved because they were a sacrifice. They were a sacrifice? The Lord sacrificed them? Okay. All right. Nice talking to you. Carry on. Just keep going. Let's go to 1 Timothy. First Timothy 6 and verse 5. 1 Timothy 6 and 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supporting that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. Gain is not godliness, because you gaining a lot of money, you getting a lot of followers in the world, you know, people liking you, people, look, man, that's not godliness, because people think that's godliness. People think entertainers, ball players, movie stars, all of these people, because they have all of this money and they have all of this wealth and they have everybody likes them and everybody look at their movies or everybody watch them play on TV, they think that's godly. The Lord controls both sides. Like I said, let's get a precept on that real quick. Man, it is cold. It is cold, cold, cold. My hands are freezing. Ecclesiasticus, the 11th chapter. Ecclesiasticus 11 and 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Love and the way of good works. So the only way you're going to get this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, it came from the Lord. The way you are rich, the way you're poor, it came from the Lord. Because the Lord is the ultimate director of this movie. He is directing this movie left from the beginning until the end. From the beginning until the end. That's who's directing this movie. You know? You can't stop the movie and say, well, I want this person to live and I want that person to live. I want this to happen. I want that to... No. That's not how this works. You don't stop your favorite movie in the middle of it and call up the director and say, why'd you do this in the movie? I wanted it this way. You can go online and make your comments and all of that stuff, but that's not how this works. That's not how this works. That's exactly not how this works. First Timothy 6 But godliness, 1 Timothy 6:6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we bought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Yeah. You got to be content with what you got, with what you have. You know? You got to be content. Like I said, at the end of the day, the Lord is the one that's shaping all of this. You know? The Lord is the one that's got everything in motion. His plan, his movie. You cannot alter the parts in a movie. Prophecy, the ones that's predestined to receive salvation is going to receive salvation. If you're destined to go off, you're gonna go off. Like I said, Bishop Nate, he's going off. He's destined to go off. He knows better. He was back there. He learned from the seven. He was there. He's been teaching that doctrine, that breakdown of Revelation, the 20th chapter, Gog and Magog, that Edomites are going to come back in the kingdom and fight against us. How? If we have spiritual powers, we can go from outer space, we can go from earth to outer space in one leap of a bound. You telling me they're going to band up and take us down? They're going to take us out? Hell no, man. That's not going to happen. And you're leaving a bunch of people astray by saying that. You're leaving them astray, leading them astray. If the blind leading the blind, they fall in the ditch. They'll fall in the ditch. Let's keep going. Ecclesiasticus 5. Start at the second verse. Ecclesiasticus 5:1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough of my life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. Say not. So look, follow not your own to walk in your own heart. Follow not your ways to walk in your own heart. Even though the Lord is the one, the author, that's guiding your steps. You can't follow after your own heart, because your own heart is deceitful. It'll lead you astray. It'll have you deep diving. That deep demon will get on you. What's that deep demon? That deep demon is when you're trying to search out everything. You're trying to get down to the nitty gritty of everything. So it got you going here and there and this way and that way. Look, the Lord can give you over to that, man. The Lord can give you over to that. Have you searching out all of these? Look, the scriptures do say, be not ignorant of anything small or great. Be not ignorant of anything small or great. But at the same time, you must know you can't follow your own heart in this thing. You can't. Because you'll be deceived. You will be deceived. You'll see something that comes across on social media. Somebody will tell you something. Oh, that sounds good. That's why it's good not to be around unbelievers and people who don't take this word seriously, because they can have you thinking something else. They can plant their seed into you and have you thinking something totally different. Man. They can have you thinking something totally different. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. It's cold, baby. It's cold. I'm going to keep reading. Say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Look, who can control me for my works? Who can control me for my works? Who's controlling the works? Who's controlling the minds of man? Who's controlling them in this movie? It's the Lord. The Lord is the one that's controlling. Hop over to Ecclesiasticus 6 and 2. It says, exalt not thyself in counsel of thy own heart, that thy soul may be not torn in pieces as a bull strained alone. I'm reading that again. Exalt not thyself in the counsel of thy own heart, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull strained alone. You know? Don't exalt yourself in your own heart. Don't say you just big and bad person because you got this knowledge. Knowledge puffs up. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Because the Lord is the one that brings people's up. The Lord is the one that does that. Not yourself. You can't exalt yourself in this thing. Look, doggy. Hey. You can't exalt yourself in this thing, man. You'll be a damn fool if you do that. It's all about humility. It's all about being humble. When coming into this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, it's all about being humble. You got to be humble in this thing, man. You got to be humble. You got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments the best of your abilities. We're not perfect. We're in these sinful bodies. Oh, wretched man that I am. Apostle Paul said that. You know, our righteousness is as filthy rags. We're not innocent. But the elected will be innocent. They're the ones that's going to be saved throughout this thing. They're the ones that's going to be saved. They're going to be picked to receive that salvation. But it's only through the Lord. It's only through the Lord. Because this is his movie. This is his walk. You're walking in the ways that the Lord wants you to walk in. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. Men and women goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own ways? A man can't understand his own ways. Let's get a good one. Let's get a Job, the 33rd chapter. I'm cold. It's a lock here. I need to bring some gloves out here. It's a lock here. Job, the 33rd chapter. Job 33, and I think it's around 15. Now let me start at 14. Job 33 and 15. It says, or Job 33 and 14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. So the Lord tell you a secret, like not a secret, but he whispers in your ear once, and then he does it twice. And then man still won't perceive it. He still won't understand that the Lord is saying, he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to tell you. Like this one dude that be coming around, this preacher, his name Big Vince. He be coming around here. I be seeing him every so often. I see him in the gym, in the place of exercise. I see him out here walking around. He got offended last time and walked off, and I ain't seen him since. But he was like, oh, my brother, he left the church 10 years ago. My brother left the church 10 years ago. You think my mama lied to me, brother? You think my mama lied to me about Jesus Christ? You think she'll lie to me about that? It was like, she don't know. She don't know. Of course she lying to you, man. Of course she lying to you. Because she don't know. You know? And then all of these times you keep passing me in a gym, in a place of exercise. You keep passing out here. The Lord is knocking. The Lord is trying to let you know. But you keep ignoring it. You keep saying that the blood of Jesus and all of this crap, you know, yeah. You're done for, man. I'm going to read it again. For God speaketh once. Job 33 and 14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. Man still won't perceive. And keep reading. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man and slumberings unto the bed, Then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions. Then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions. That's when you get that's when the Lord directs your steps. When he directs your steps, man. And that's powerful, man, because the Lord will talk to you in dreams. Some dreams be for nothing, but some dreams, more than likely, they mean something. They hold some value that you got to know. You know, some dreams, like I said, some dreams are for nothing, but most of the times the Lord is trying to knock it and tell you something, just like it says here. I'm going to read it again. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and women, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened up the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man, that he might.
Hey, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby. Hey, Scooby. Hey.
Thank you so much.
See you later, Scooby. Dog running out here crazy. Then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit and his life from the perishing by the sword. So the Lord seals these instructions. The Lord lets you know what you should be and should not be doing. But like, man is not going to perceive it. Like I said, I keep saying he's going to give you over to a reprobate mind at the end of the day. He's going to give you over to it. And you don't want to be given over to a reprobate mind, because he can have you out here like Will Smith, man, getting towed up in the back door, man. That's wild, man. That's wild. Like, you have you out here like all of these entertainers, man. Bug the hell out. Or have you bugged out screaming, you know, get out your feelings. I did a video on that today, man. You know? The Lord can have you like that out here. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel, the 4th chapter. Because like I keep saying, the Lord is in control of his movie. This is the Lord's movie. Daniel 4 and 17. The matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent. Salakia. Jake better watch this skateboard. I'm gonna go again. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and sit up over it the basis of man. And who's in control of this kingdom right now? It's Esau Edom, the so-called white man today. He's controlling this kingdom right now through the Lord. But the Lord set him up to do it. The Lord set him up to do it. You know? The Lord set this kingdom up through the Edomites only to take it down in the long run. Only to take it down. And it's going to go down in a horrible fashion, in a dramatic fashion. The Lord's going to take this place out in a dramatic fashion. You know? It's more than that, but I'm going to keep moving. Let's get Isaiah the 55th chapter, starting at the 8th verse. I'm going to start at 6. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and runneth not hither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. You know? So the Lord is the one that's directing your steps. Now you might say, well, the Lord made me do this. No, the Lord ain't authorized you to do evil. You know, He not authorizing you. He giving your mind over to that, because that's what type of spirit, that's what type of your flesh is doing. You know, the Lord might do things just to see what you'll do. He might put you in a situation just to see how you're gonna react. What's your next steps gonna be? Are you gonna curse the Lord? Are you gonna say, why you did this to me? Why does this happen to me? Or are you gonna just take the lick and keep it moving? You know, take the lick and keep it moving. You know, are you gonna do that? Or are you just gonna whine and complain and not overcome it, not pray to the Lord? You gotta pray. Man, always pray. Pray without season. Pray without season. You gotta pray without season. Always. But for my thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. You might think that the Lord is in your mind, like He is in your mind, but He ain't giving you the authorization to do wickedness. That's all from your flesh. Remember, flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. You know? Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10 and 23. Jeremiah 10 and 23. O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So I know the way is not in man to walk in the ways, or paraphrasing, sorry. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. I know the way of man is not in himself, because the Lord is directing all the steps. He's directing all the steps out here. It's His movie. Destruction is coming. You better hope and pray that you're part of that elect of the nation of Israel. Because if you're not, you're nothing but missile food. You're nothing but missile food. So it's getting really cold out here. So I'm gonna call it. Can't even feel my hands right now. But I hope you was edified. I hope you got something out of this. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadosh. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you Akim and you Aqua, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's in the truth, that's in the faith, that's calling on the names, that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. Also, big shout out to your brothers that's in the faith, that's doing the work, that's risking your lives on the highways and byways. You're presenting yourself as the living sacrifice. Shalom to you. This is your brother Kalak Har. Hope to see you on the next video. Lord willing, shalom. Stay in the spirit.